Hello and welcome to News at Noon. I'm Aftab Borka. We start with a story of Dine and Dash. A man in Ferndale ran from a restaurant without paying his bill and ended up in a police chase. Reporter Monica Drake has more on that. Monica?
Detroit resident Marlon Cortez Stanfield could get in a lot of trouble for refusing to pay a $16 tab at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ferndale, police say. Police found his car and they stopped him, and they told him that he could have a chance to return to the restaurant and pay for the bill, but he sped off and screamed obscenities at the police officers. The officers began pursuing the car at a high rate of speed along Livernois and 7 Mile. Police then went to his house, and 20 minutes later, Stanfield arrived. Police stopped him and arrested him. He has been charged with fleeing and eluding and failure to pay his restaurant bill and is expected to be arraigned sometime today. He has a criminal past which includes criminal sexual conduct and theft. The maximum penalty for fleeing and eluding police is a $2,000 fine and or 2 years in prison, and that's a lot more than $16.
All right, thank you, Monica. And starting in April, there will be some changes in travel rules. The TSA has softened its policy on carrying some items on the plane. Reporter Charlie Crum has more details on that. So Charlie, what's the new policy?
Well, the new policy from the Transportation Safety Administration takes effect April 25th. It allows people to carry small folding knives and other novelty items on board the plane for the first time since the 2001 terrorist attacks in New York and Pennsylvania. Here's what some people had to say about the change.
I figure small knives are appropriate and fine. People carry pocket knives on them daily on the street, so I'm just as at risk there versus on an airplane, so I'm not really too concerned about it.
Just a little small pocket knife that most people have is, isn't going to do a whole lot of damage to anybody, so I don't think it's that big a deal.
If it's a pocket knife, I would say yes, that is a weapon. It can be used to harm somebody on the flight, so I would say we shouldn't allow that yet.
Passengers will also be allowed to bring novelty-sized baseball bats, less than 24 inches long, toy plastic bats, billiard cues, ski poles, hockey sticks, lacrosse sticks, and even 2 golf clubs. Of course, there's no way to know yet how much in baggage fees the airlines will charge for the novelty carry-ons.
Charlie, thank you very much. And a White Lake resident recently got a surprise call. A couple from Oregon who were vacationing in Hawaii found her father's marine dog tags that were lost 70 years ago.
Last year, August 4th, my daughter was married in my backyard, and during the ceremony, we received a call that I didn't get till the following Monday morning. It was a gentleman calling about this.
Yes, Kathy, my name is Dave Rosslow. I live in Oregon, and I found a dog tag on World War II vet over in Maui last year with the name of Packard E.J. I was given your name as a possible relative by some people who do research in this department. And if you are a relative and you would like this dog tag back, you can reach me.
He sent it to me. This is my dad's dog tag. It was buried in the sand in Hawaii for 70 years. He sent it to me. Pretty amazing.
Venezuela's President Hugo Chavez has died after battling with cancer for nearly 2 years. The country has announced 7 days of mourning. Details in this report by the Associated Press.
Tuesday's announcement that Venezuela's President Hugo Chavez had died following a 2-year battle with cancer unleashed a wave of emotion in the country's capital. Hundreds of anguished Venezuelans poured into the streets, shouting slogans of support for Chavez. Reaction in the U.S. was emotional as well.
I know it's supposed to be bad to be so happy about somebody's death, but this man destroyed my country.
The government says Vice President Nicolas Maduro will be interim president and run as the governing party's candidate in elections to be called within 30 days. President Obama issued a statement that read, "As Venezuela begins a new chapter in its history, the United States remains committed to policies that promote democratic principles, the rule of law, and human rights." Hugo Chavez was 58.
And now some local sports. Oakland Press sports columnist Pat Caputo talks about the OU.
Greg Campy's got his program at Oakland to the point where every time they go into the Summit League tournament, they're going to be a threat to win it. They're a team that could easily go to the big dance. The key for Oakland is going to be keeping their players out of foul trouble, especially Petros inside. They don't have a lot of depth inside. And Travis Bader, the three-point shooter, keeping him out, not only out of foul trouble, but he has to be hot. He's the type of guy who can get really hot and carry a team for a certain period of time. Oakland's got a lot of athleticism, but not a lot of depth. So if they have a situation where somebody gets in foul trouble early, or somebody is in a spot where they get fouled out of the game, and Greg Campy has to adjust things, they may not be able to adjust on the fly that well. But if they are able to stay out of foul trouble, get hot with their outside shooter, they're a team that definitely could get to the big dance this year and play in March Madness in the big NCAA Division I tournament again.
And that's it for today. Don't forget to watch us tomorrow, theoaklandpress.com. I'm Aftab Borka. Have a great day.